For 10 years, my sister Jill ran a bed and breakfast in Canyon, Texas. And one of the things that was a crowd favorite for breakfast was citrus scones. And she shared the recipe with me, and I want to show you how to make it. So I'm using lemon, lime, and orange, and you need the zest of all three. And the way you do that is you use a microplane grater. And you want to just take the color off. Once it gets to the white, you want to stop. You don't want any of the white pith to be grated in because it's bitter. So I'm going to go with all three of these fruits and get all the zest to put into the dough. So the other ingredients, besides all my zest of the orange, lemon, and lime, is all-purpose flour, some baking soda, salt, lots of butter. This is 3 sticks of cold butter, 4 eggs, and then some cream. So the first thing I have to do is to cut the butter into the flour and the baking powder. So I've got 4 cups of flour here, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the zest from my fruit. And this is super important. You're gonna take your 3 sticks of butter and you're gonna cut it up into little bitty cubes and keep it very cold. It's important that it's cold. I'm putting it in a food processor. You could do it in a mixer if you wanted to. And I'm just gonna pulse it. I'm gonna pulse it about 20 times. So it's about the consistency of cornmeal, which would not have happened if my butter had been room temperature or even softer than that. So that's what's so important about keeping the butter cold. So I'm gonna keep this to the side and I'm gonna get my liquid ingredients ready. So I have 4 eggs. I'm gonna beat them into this bowl and add a cup of cream and mix it really well before I put in the dry mixture. So now I'm just gonna add the dry ingredients and I'm gonna mix it just until the flour is no longer seen. I don't want to overmix this batter. It's going to make my scones really tough, and I want them to be light and fluffy. Okay, you can use your countertop or you can use a cutting board, but you need a clean surface and put a little flour to keep the dough from sticking. I'm going to take about half of the dough and put it onto the surface, onto the flour. And I'm gonna just knead it barely. Again, I don't wanna overmix it because that'll make it tough. So I'm gonna use a rolling pin and I'm gonna roll it to about a 12-inch circle. Then I'm gonna take a knife and I'm gonna cut it into pie-shaped pieces before I bake it. And I'm gonna place them on parchment paper on a baking sheet. So before I bake them, I've got an egg with a little splash of water, and I'm gonna just brush the tops of each of the scones. This is gonna act as a glue for some granulated sugar, and it's gonna give it a shiny, glossy finish while it's baking. This is decorator sugar. It's a very coarse, sparkly sugar. I love to use this on cookies and scones and sometimes sweet biscuits. You can just use regular granulated sugar. You could also use that turbinado sugar. So I've got this pan ready to go. I'm gonna put this in the oven while I'm rolling out the second half of the dough. These are gonna bake for about 20 to 25 minutes at 350 degrees until they're golden brown. So these just came out of the oven. They're nice and warm. I love to eat them with a cup of coffee in the morning, but you can also put them in the freezer and pull them out when you're gonna have company or for the holidays. You can put butter inside or a little strawberry jam. Personally, I like them just like this. Thank you, Jill, my sister, for sharing this recipe with me, and I'm thrilled that now you can make it yourself.